Marcus Davis was a decorated CIA agent with more than a decade of distinguished service. He had faced peril for his country, decoded the most enigmatic of puzzles, and upheld justice in shadowy corridors unknown to most. But one seemingly ordinary night in a quiet suburban town, his world was upturned by an incident that had nothing to do with covert operations or international intrigue. Late one evening, while driving back home from a routine meeting, Marcus was pulled over by Officer Hank Thompson. Marcus observed the flashing lights and pulled over to the side of the road. As Officer Thompson approached, Marcus's instincts, which had saved him numerous times in the field, told him that something wasn't right. The officer appeared tense and overly suspicious. "License and registration," Thompson demanded harshly, his hand resting on his holstered weapon. "Of course, officer," Marcus responded calmly, removing his identification from his wallet, which also conspicuously displayed his CIA badge. "I'm Agent Marcus Davis with the Central Intelligence Agency." Thompson barely glanced at the ID and immediately decided it was fake. He yanked Marcus out of the car roughly, paying no heed to procedures or the apparent credibility of his identification. Marcus was handcuffed and detained for what Thompson claimed was suspicious activity. The night ended with Marcus in a holding cell, humiliated and infuriated. But he had endured worse and knew the importance of following protocols and chains of command. The wheels in Marcus's mind were already turning, not merely for his own vindication, but for correcting a systemic wrong. Upon his release the next morning, Marcus promptly contacted his superior at the CIA, Deputy Director Emily Ross. Explaining the incident, he forwarded all relevant information, including Officer Thompson's badge number, the precinct involved, and any pertinent details. Deputy Director Ross, a no-nonsense leader respected for her integrity, responded swiftly. She leveraged the agency's legal and internal affairs departments to get involved. The agency's legal department immediately filed a formal grievance with the city's police department, demanding an investigation and citing the unlawful detainment of a federal agent. This approach ensured that the matter would be taken seriously, considering the legal implications for the precinct. Chief Inspector Michael Hayes, head of internal affairs within the local police department, received the formal grievance. Recognizing the gravity, he had an internal review committee set up to thoroughly investigate the claims. Surveillance footage, body cam recordings, and witness statements were collected and scrutinized. The internal review process revealed troubling insights. Body camera footage clearly exhibited that Marcus had calmly shown his identification, and there was no cause for his arrest. Moreover, statements from bystanders and other officers hinted at Officer Thompson's troubling history of racial profiling and excessive force. With irrefutable evidence in hand, Chief Inspector Hayes convened a disciplinary board. Officer Thompson was summoned for an official hearing. The findings were detailed. Officer Thompson had breached protocol, demonstrated bias, and falsely arrested a federal agent. The hearing concluded with Thompson's immediate suspension pending termination. To prevent further erosion of trust between local residents and law enforcement, a public statement was released by the police department. They acknowledged the wrongful arrest, outlined steps taken towards redressing the wrong, and affirmed their commitment to unbiased, fair policing. For Marcus Davis, justice had been served. However, this incident continued to gnaw at the fabric of his consciousness. He took a temporary leave to engage in advocacy, lending his voice to reforms aimed at eliminating biases and improving accountability within law enforcement. He believed that his battle wasn't just personal, but part of a larger fight to guarantee justice and equity for all. If you find information in this content, kindly subscribe for more content like this one. In the end, Marcus showed that even those who protect from the shadows can step into the light when justice calls, to ensure that integrity prevails.